Hi, this is the new Caribou, Sir David, the Bard. I wanted to share with you a little information about Utah. Any of you think that are coming here, that you might want to buy a home here or come to Utah, what you might expect. Think of hell and multiply it times 10. There's Utah. Now people say, well, why do you stay there? Okay, because I love the Mormons. I love to report the things on the Mormons. Let me tell you something about the innuendos of Utah. It's a beautiful state. Man, we have snow, we have mountains, we have ski resorts, we have lakes, we have water skiing, we have snow skiing, we have just all kinds of things to do in Utah because it's very family oriented, and it's a fun state that way. It's not fun if you have a door to your house. They will, and I always yell, "What is wanted?" The damn missionaries run like hell. I'm just going to hang a curtain up. What can they do? Shake the curtain? Damn them. Get off of my property. Now let me tell you something about the Mormons. They don't believe in obeying the rules, the local rules of the state, the government, the county, an HOA association, whatever. Now, we have down here in Australia, those damn Danites, they're still down there running all over. Where is the new Caribou? Have you seen Sir David the Bard down here? I'm running with the kangaroos, folks. They don't think they have to obey the rules. Oh, God. Here's one I wanted to be doing, but it's not long enough for a whole video. The state of Utah, there are businesses that are not allowed to put signs up because they don't have access to certain streets, so they can't put their pizza sign up or their cafe sign up or their tax preparation business. So what they do is hire these poor souls that take out a sign, and they have to keep moving. So the sign has to keep moving. The Utah law makes them keep moving the damn sign, and usually it's young people. Utah always screws the young, literally and formally and figuratively. I knew it started with an F. We have a pizza man down the road there, and he just has this kid out there with the damn sign. Then across from that kid, there's competition. It's the cafe. This guy has headphones, and he dances. What a job! What a job! Then we have a tax firm, and I'm not going to give them free advertising. They dress their person up in a green Statue of Liberty costume, and they're moving. And across the street from them, there's another pizza house, and they advertise a full lunch pizza special, and they're dancing. Well, the sucker David thought, hell, $2 for a lunch? The Mormons have got to be doing something, but I got to see what it is. So I went in, and it was a drink and one piece of pizza, not the whole pizza. I love the Mormons. Now we have another guy who owns the chocolate shop down the road, and he has a marquee in his yard in private business land, and he puts on the marquee, we like to eat chocolates maybe once a month. Every other damn day. He's quoting the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. He's advertising for his causes, the Book of Mormon, or some damn religious shit that's always down there. But you got to tolerate that to a certain extent in Utah. Well, here's what I wanted to say on this video a little bit. There was a sad time, God, and I think it might have been World War I. Damn, it might have been World War II, where medical experiments were done on black people. Now, not one of our prouder moments in the United States. We bring them over from their families on a ship, rip them out of their country, they can't speak the language, and damn, they just pick cotton and shut their mouth and bow their heads and say yes. Well, in World War II, we thought about what the hell is going on with syphilis. So we gave syphilis to these men in the service, and many of them died. A sad day in American history. Well, anyway, I guess we learned a lot about syphilis at the expense of many men and their families. Well, here's what goes on in Utah. It's not syphilis, it's everything else. We have poverty pockets in Utah, and Ponzi and pyramid schemes, and people upside down in their houses and buying cars they can't afford, etc. So you'll hear on the radio mostly, but also on TV, that there are drug companies doing experiments in Utah on humans. Damn, you can see what it did to me. You know, this is what $700 of medication a month does. It makes you crazy. But anyway, the Mormons need the money. God, when you spell M-O-R-M-O-N-S and M-O-N-E-Y, it's the same. Mormons and money. Well, the TV ads and the radio ads say we are an experimental drug company. And if you're suffering from, and it's dozens of ailments, you could take part in a study, and we will pay for your time and travel. Now, I've never seen more than $500 or $600 for putting these pills in your body and risking death for $500 or $600 over 3 to 6 months. But anyway, that's big business here in Utah. So, if you're unemployed and you want to be a sign man or a sign woman, it's a good state for that. And if you really want to risk your health and take pills that nobody knows what's going to happen to you, if you need $500 or $600 that much, then please come to Utah. Now, let me leave one more classic Utah process. Utah is a right-to-work state. Now, that sounds good. See, it's the Mormon magic words. They mix it with their underwear. It's all magic in Utah. A love court. It's our boot up your ass court, but it's love on the boot. Right to work. Okay, what this means is that there's basically in Utah, there's no unions. None! I've never met a union member here. Now, years ago when I worked in Los Angeles, Australia, it's a new little town where the kangaroos just kind of lay. That's where I go. I was in a union, 636, the Glazers Union in Los Angeles. We got paid good, and we had good retirement, good health, and protection. If we got an asshole boss and they just fired us for no reason because they didn't like us or they're not into bald guys, we could go to the union steward and the shop foreman and say, hey, we got screwed. And then the shop foreman would go out and fight for us, hopefully get our job back. Well, in Utah, there's no such thing. You bow your head and you say yes in this state to every governmental agency, every private agency, every corporation. It goes on and on. In Utah, if you're working, say that you've been working 20, 25 years as a plumber or a truck driver or a CPA, your boss can walk up to you with absolutely no notice and say, you're out of here! Clean your desk out. You're done. By the end of the day, you're done. And I'll tell you a lot about Utah is they don't usually pay the wages that you're owed when they can your ass. You got to fight for those, and they know you don't have any money for an attorney, so you're not going to get those wages, and you're spending food money. Well, if you get fired, then you have to report that, of course, to the next employee or employer. Why did you get fired? You say, well, you know, I was getting a little bit older, and I asked the boss if he wears magic garments, and he kicked my ass right out of there. So you don't have seniority. You don't have protection. You have no guaranteed life. One of the things about the cult is fear is their main motivation. If you can keep men and women in fear, they'll do anything. They'll do anything. They'll work extra hours and won't clock it in. They'll work on Saturday and Sunday and their birthdays and holidays, and they don't get double pay. And this is the Mormon way. The Mormons control, 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 and boy, you better kiss their ass in Utah or you're going to have troubles. Now, the other thing, let's say that you're a non-member and you start your own company. Well, when it's found out in Utah through the wards and stakes that you're not a Mormon or a member of the church, the Mormons will shun you. And your business is harder to float, and it gets less business. Now, you may have a dishonest man who is a plumber or a truck driver or whatever his occupation or technology is or career, and he's incompetent. But the Mormons will go to him if he's wearing garments. So, fairness, fairness, not really here. Fear, fear, all over the state. And if you want, I've seen these sign gals and guys in temperatures that are 110. No tree, no shade. They must stay on the sidewalk and move and move. I've seen it in the damn winter, in blizzards. There's no protection. There's no protection. Any employer that has $21 at lunchtime can put a human being out there and make them a walking sign for 3 hours during lunch, and they don't care how warm it is or how cold it is. So, welcome to Utah. It's a compassionate place. If you if you want to work here, be careful. If you want to start a business here, be extra careful. Thanks.